Before I go any farther in this story, I want to stop for a day and reflect. By 1989, I was wearing a United States Navy uniform, training to become a hospital corpsman, preparing to serve with Marines. But none of that erased the little Muslim boy who came before the uniform. The mosque was still there, my was still there, Chicago and Milwaukee were still there. The Quran, the library, all of it was still inside me. That's why I sometimes call myself the Muslim All-American. Not because my story is perfect, because my story is American. My name is Abdunnoor, Chief Bullhead Karim, and this is day 14 of the most interesting Muslim in the world. When people hear the word Muslim, they have a picture in their head. My life usually messes that picture up. My mother was white, my father was black. I was born into an American Muslim family in Chicago. I was both. When we moved to Woodlawn Avenue, I didn't realize the history sitting around me. Mayor Harold Washington, Dick Gregory, we lived right there. Then one day, the bus driver pointed out another house. Muhammad Ali lived just 11 blocks from me. And there he was, signing autographs. I was 12 years old in 1982, and I had a bicycle. Once I knew Muhammad Ali lived 11 blocks away, those blocks didn't seem far anymore. I rode over there as often as I could. Then one day I saw him sitting on the porch by himself. The gate was open. So I rode in. He tried to stop me. I said, "Assalamu alaikum," and that changed the moment. We sat and talked for about 20 minutes. I wasn't anybody important. I was just a kid talking with Muhammad Ali on his porch. He joked with me and told me not to be weak when it came to women. Now, I was 12 years old. So naturally, I was receiving relationship advice from Muhammad Ali before I had enough life experience to understand what to do with it. A man in a Mercedes pulled up with a painting. It looked like lightning was coming from Ali's body. That was my cue. I had gotten my 20 minutes. The important part wasn't meeting a celebrity. It was that a person I'd seen on TV became a human being on a porch. He had faith. He had opinions. The Ahmadiyya community raised me with one principle: love for all, hatred for none. It became my way of operating, especially in Navy medicine. A patient didn't need to believe what I believed. If you needed doc, my job was to take care of you. A Marine didn't need to come from my neighborhood. Labels tell you something, but never everything. December 1988, I was in Milwaukee. Weeks before leaving for the Navy, I met Craig Hodges at the Bungalow Lounge. He told me to be careful in the military as a Muslim. He was right. That warning taught me to watch and listen. Identity should be a foundation, not a prison. Being American didn't require me to stop being Muslim. Serving in uniform didn't erase the boy from the mosque. Right before the Navy, I married a woman from Philly. She was pregnant with a child that wasn't mine. I knew that, and I still chose to marry her. Being the man I believed I should be meant accepting responsibility rather than running from it. The marriage ended after Camp Lejeune. No movie speech, no perfect ending, just me, a new uniform, and a barracks room. I had a new profession, and I had to keep moving. That was the beginning of my real life as a corpsman. Muhammad Ali joked with me about women at 12. Then life gave me its own education. You get 20 minutes of advice and 40 years of homework. I tell that 12-year-old boy, keep riding. You're going to get lost. You're going to trust the wrong people, but you're building Abdunnoor. Shortly after I moved into the barracks, I met wife number 2. But some stories need their own day. Tomorrow, we get back on the road. Subscribe for day 15. Tell me in the comments, what part of your identity did others try to hide? I'm Abdunnoor, and I am the Muslim All-American.